So in today's video, I'm gonna be attempting to do dropshipping following Luke Belmar's Capital Club course. Now, I'm gonna be giving myself a $1,000 budget, so for the next 7 days, I'm gonna be watching all of the lessons and modules to see if I can start a brand new dropshipping store and make money. Now, I'm strictly only gonna be following what I'm taught in the course. I'm not gonna deviate from it. I'm literally just gonna be doing what I'm told step by step. And the good news is I'm gonna be the test dummy and let you guys know if it's worth the money. So let's get straight into finding a winning product. So the product criteria that I was given was number one, it needs a wow factor, like you'll wow when you see the product. So when you actually see it, you wanna be like, damn! Now the second thing is it's not sold in local stores like Walmart. You wanna make sure that it's specifically made for the online market. And then the third thing is low cost of goods, cheap to ship to your customer, so your profit margins are higher. So after watching a few modules and lessons on the product criteria, I realized that Luke Belmar is not actually teaching in Capital Club. So the man himself is not teaching in the modules. It looks to me like he's partnered up with a gentleman called Anthony Eclipse. He's also got his own YouTube channel in the dropshipping space. I've actually spoken to this guy a few times before. He seems like a nice, genuine guy, but I'm a little disappointed that Luke Belmar is not actually teaching himself, especially as he actually had previous experience in the e-commerce world. But I just want to quickly say that doesn't take anything away from the course because I've not watched it yet. The course could still be absolutely amazing, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that Luke isn't actually teaching himself. After doing an hour of product research, I have found the product that I want to use for the challenge, but let me run through the research methods that we were given in the course. So the first method was the TikTok scroll method. So it's 100% free, and all I had to do was create a new account on TikTok, search for these search phrases, which is I want a refund, TikTok made me buy it, follow the page, and then leave a like and comment. And then what we can do is we can filter the videos posted within the last month to being relevant to dropshipping products. And then if the video was not related to dropshipping or e-commerce, we would just swipe to say that we weren't interested in it. And then we'd keep following that pattern for around about an hour, and then the algorithm would lock in and show you really good dropshipping products. And then we can start adding the ones we like to a list. So product research method number two that we were given was spying on our competitors' ads by using a product research tool called Mania. So what we were told to do was create an account with Mania and then go to the TikTok section here, which is on spy ads. So you can see on the left-hand side, it says filter by engagement. So we had to click this and we had to do a minimum of 1,000 on the like section. And then I'd click apply. And now it's only going to show me videos that have 1,000 likes. And then again, we've got to make sure it's got 1,000 shares, and you can see the share button here on the right-hand side. So when we scroll through this, we wanted to save as many videos that we found that were dropshipping products to a list to then move on to the next stage. So the third method that we were given, and it was the most preferred method and favorite method in the course, was using a tool called dropship.io. It's another paid tool, but what we were told to do here was track successful stores. So this is dropship.io. We were told to go to the product database section, and then with these filters, we were told to filter it by $500 as a minimum store revenue. And then we were also told to go to the advanced filter and filter it by store currencies being pounds and USD. And we were told to filter it by English. So what this tool basically does is it tries to find stores that match this criteria. So then we were told to scroll down through this and look at the price and the monthly revenue for each one of these products. So you can see here, for example, this product's making apparently $30,000 a month, and it gives you the link to the store and the link to the AliExpress product. So we were told just to make a list of a few products that we find on here that are doing really well at the moment. So the only criticism that I've got for this product research method is I don't believe that it's accurate anymore. Now let me explain why. Because this is using something called a Shopify track feature where you're tracking the store's sales. Now, I was told and believed that this stopped working around about a year ago. Basically, you could use the JSON at the end of the URL or inside of the code and use that to track the data. But I was told and believed that that got patched by Shopify about a year ago. So basically, anything that this is showing me now is not accurate. Now, what you could do to really test if this is legit is take one of your own stores, paste it in, and see if it is giving you real data. Now, I've done this myself, and the data that was given to me was not accurate. So this is the only product research method that I'm a little bit sus about, because to me, it doesn't make sense to use it anymore. A year ago, when it was allowed to be done and Shopify didn't patch it, it made sense. Now, I'd love to know if anyone's watching this that actually knows factually if this is legit or not, and leave a comment and tell me if it is. But from the developers that I've spoken to that used to have similar features to this, on their own tools, they told me that it stopped working. So now I've shown you the product research methods we got taught. Let me show you the product that we've chose for the challenge. So this is the product here, which you can see on AliExpress. It's the Crystal Lamp Water Ripple Projector Effect. It's a night lamp to make you feel cozy at night in your bedroom, and it comes in loads of different colors and options. Now, we found this by using the dropship.io method, as it was the most preferred one, and it was the instructor's favorite method. And it is the most expensive method to use in this whole challenge. Now, you can see here, it's got around about 500 orders sold on AliExpress, and the reviews are around about 4.6. So far it's showing promising signs. Now, if I go to the ad library, you can see this is one of the biggest advertisers selling it, and they are running lots of different ads for the product. They have 150 ads running right now, so that means that they must be making money if they're running that many ads. Then the competitor store that we found was this one right here, and it is a one product store, and you can see this is what they are selling. And the one product store they've built is pretty nice, to be honest with you, and it looks like it's converting really well for them. And it's got a low cost of goods and a high profit margin, because they're selling it for around about $40, and it's going to cost us around about $11. So that's a nice $20 to $30 margin. So that's the product that we've chose for this challenge, guys. Let me know what you think of the product in the comment section below. Don't forget to engage throughout this whole video, guys, because I'd love to hear your feedback and the engagement. So guys, I'm back in the back cave because we've got some serious work to do. We've got to build the Shopify store now and then create the ads. I just had a quick sneak peek of the module for creating a store, and I'm going to admit it, it's a big module and it looks like it's full of value. So I'm going to be spending around at least 1 to 2 hours learning that and then creating the store. So guys, I'm back after 2.5 hours with the Shopify store. So let me show it you. So you can see I've called it Calm Aqua. You can see that this is the home page, and on the shipping bar it says free shipping this week only. Then it says top pick. Now, in the course and module, you can create collections, you can add more products. In his version, he had 4. You can see here I priced it at $29.99, but in pounds it's 24. And then we have the contact us on the home page, which we were recommended to do in the course. Now, if we actually look at the most important part of the store, which is the product page, he gave a lot of value on how to create a good store on the product page. Now, if we scroll down, he went over how you need at least 5 good images of the product, which we were able to create. Then he went over the name of the product. You want to call it something very branded, so we called it Calm Aqua with the TM symbol. And then what does the product do? So stress relief lamp. Then we were instructed to add a discount, which we did. Then we've got these icons here, which are some trust badges. Now, in terms of the theme itself, it's a custom theme that they gave. It's like a 3.0 pre-built theme. So that's the one that we're using here. Then we were told to give some text, make a Giphy showing the product in action. And then at the bottom, you've got your guarantees and shipping and returns, which we will also give it in the course. Now, we were instructed to keep the product page very simple but clean, and it gets the point across. Now, I want to take you guys into the Shopify dashboard because we were told to install loads of apps. Now, you can see here under apps, we've got CJ Dropshipping. So that was the supplier that we were recommended to use in this challenge. Now, I used to use CJ a few years ago and had a great experience with them, but now I use Zendrop because I find that the customer support is way better and the product quality and everything else is just a lot better with Zendrop. Then we were told to download Catching Bundles, Loox Reviews, One-Click Upsell, True Profit to calculate our profit, Uplinkly Sticky Cart. So there was loads of apps that we were told to install. Now, I haven't installed all of them yet. We were told to install SMS email marketing, which I'll do later on. Now, these aren't the only apps we were told to use. We were told to use text message marketing and email marketing, but I will download those tonight and install them because they are quite a big app to set up. So when it comes to the overall store, we were told to keep it clean and simple. It doesn't have to just be a one product store. You can add loads of products to it so you can test them fast and effectively. And I definitely agree with doing that. Now, with that being said, guys, let me crack back into the module on Capital Club because I need to now build my video ads so I can launch TikTok ads. Anthony gives us 2 options, either TikTok organic, which basically means if you don't want to spend money on ads, you can post organic videos on TikTok, go viral and get success. Now, personally, as this is a 7-day challenge, to do organic and get results isn't very realistic. So I'm going to be going with the paid ads option, where we're going to be paying for ads on TikTok, and that way they're going to be posted on people's display and then they can shop them. Now, of course, with paid ads, it means I'm going to have to spend money, which of course I've given myself a $1,000 budget to try this with. Now, if you're watching this and you were interested in me doing organic TikTok, let me know in the comment section below and I'll make a follow-up video where I do organic only and see the results after 30 days. Now, just to show you guys the ads that I've got for my product, I'll play them on the screen now. So guys, let me know what you guys thought of my video ads in the comment section below. I might might have had to change the music or mute it for copyright purposes, so I can't get monetized in this video. So if it's not using any music, that's the reason why. So now I've got my video ads, guys. I now need to watch the next module, which is how to test our products using TikTok ads. So I'm going to go watch those, then create the ads, and then come back to you with how I constructed it and how we got taught to do it.
A few moments later.
So guys, the TikTok ads are made and scheduled for midnight. So guys, let me show you the TikTok ads manager and explain exactly what Anthony told us to do. So you can see here, we got campaign 1, campaign 2, one's called type 2 and one's called low budget. Now, Anthony gives us two methods, one being a low budget and one being a higher budget. Now, he technically said, set up the low budget one first, let that run for 2 days, see how it goes. If it doesn't do well, do the second one. Now, as we're doing a 7-day challenge, time's not in my favor, so I thought I'd do both at the start. So campaign number 1 was the low budget one, and if I show you what this looks like, so the campaign structure is website conversion, and then it's going to be Aqua Lamp low budget, and then we're using the CBO, which is a campaign budget optimization, at $50 a day. And then in terms of ad groups, we've got 5 ad groups made, and they're all the same. So they're copy and paste the same ad groups, and it's basically just broad US. Now, if I'm going to show you one very quickly, you can see I've called it Copy for Broad US. I selected my TikTok pixel, chose complete payment. Now, in terms of placements, I use TikTok only. And then where it says here about downloading videos, I turned it off, and comment on videos, I also turned it off. As Anthony said, you don't want people spamming the comments saying it's a dropshipping product. And then for targeting, he said stick to the United States. You could use the UK if you wanted to. Gender, all genders, and then age 18 to 55. Spending power, you leave it as it is. And if we scroll down, and now when it comes to the schedule, he said set it up for midnight the next day. And then day part, he said not to use because, you know, you're best using that when you're scaling. Now, when it came to the creative side of things, we were told to use smart creatives. That way you can add lots of creatives in one ad. So he told me to upload all 5 videos into the one ad and then use 5 headlines. And these are the headlines that he gave us in the course. So I'm just using them. And then shop now is the call to action. And then the URL is obviously the product page. Now, to be fair, comparing this to all the other courses, this is the first time they told us to use smart creative, so I'm interested to see what the results will do. Now, unfortunately, from the 2 videos that I watched about setting up the campaigns, he didn't cover tracking and UTMs. Maybe that's in another module, but in the setup, he didn't cover it, which is a bit of a shame, and I wish he did. Now, if I cover campaign 2 with you guys, I'm not going to go in depth with it, but basically what it is, instead of being a CBO campaign, it's a normal campaign where you're spending the budget on the ad set level, and he told us to basically set it at $20 per ad set and 5 ad sets. So instead of doing a CBO, we're increasing the budget by double, and we have the same amount of ad sets, but we're doing 20 per day. The creatives are the same, everything's the same, just not being a CBO and increasing the budget. And the reason why you have to increase the budget is because TikTok only lets you start at $20 on an ABO structure. Now, in terms of when I'm going to kill the product and scale it, I'm watching that module now, and from what I've understood, we've got to let this run for at least 1 day before we look at any metrics. So I'll update you guys tomorrow on the first day of results. So technically, we're going to be spending so far $150 a day till around about 3 days because I'm using those 2 different campaigns. Now, something else that I want to mention is throughout the modules, Anthony did show one of his own stores and used it as a case study, which I quite liked, because with the Jordan Welsh course from Digital Launchpad by Iman Gaji and the Andrew Tate one, there was no real life case studies shown. It was just them showing you what to do. They didn't show any examples, or they didn't show any of their stores that they're actively running. So the nice thing about this one is Anthony did show one of his active stores that he's using this method with. So that's definitely a big difference between the 2 other courses. So before we move into day 2 of the Capital Club Challenge, guys, I want to make a huge announcement. I'm giving away my mentorship for completely free. It's called the ECOM King Bootcamp. It starts next week, and it is only going to be available for the next 4 weeks once it starts. And we're doing a $25,000 giveaway, which is absolutely insane. It's going to be an A+ grade quality course for completely free. And this is going to be a one in a lifetime opportunity. I will never do something like this again because it's very expensive to do and it's very time consuming, and I'm only letting 500 people join. So if you want to be one of them, make sure you use the link in the description to sign up and follow the steps, and then you can be part of the free bootcamp. Now, there have been some major updates since I last saw you guys. So the first big update was I had to turn off the campaigns for the first product I tested. By the metrics that Anthony gave us on our TikTok ads, he showed us what columns to use, what columns to set up on the ads manager. And based on those metrics he gave me, like the CPM, the CPC, the add to cart ratio, my product showed as a loser. Now, he technically didn't really give me a structured day by day that I was looking for, like day 1, day 2, day 3, you need to be seeing these kind of results. That's the kind of framework that I like to see, but that wasn't here. He just gave us the metrics to follow, and if your product doesn't see it, then you should move on. So let me show you guys the adjustments that I made based on the course and what results we got. So as you guys can see in the Shopify dashboard, the challenge started on the 14th of June, and you can see we got 0 sales, we got 210 online store visitors, and we only got 1 add to cart that reached checkout. Now, if I go inside of the TikTok ads manager, you can see the first 2 campaigns that I created are now turned off, and you can see the columns is called Capital Club because all of these columns that I've got are the ones we got told to add to the TikTok manager. Now, you can see that these 2 campaigns in total, the first 2 spent $245. Now, in the module, Anthony said you can keep the ads running for a few days if you're not worried about your budget, but based off the metrics like the CPC and the CPM, it's way too high. He said that the CPM should be under $10. Ours is $29 and $24. He also said the CPC should be under $1. We're almost hitting $2. So based on the metrics and what he taught, I completely killed the product and moved on. So let me tell you about what we moved on with. These are the 2 new products that we've added to the store. We've got the Loox grip and we've got the parent pouch. So this is the product that I've just launched on the TikTok ads, and you can see this is the baby pouch, and we've added some bundles here, and we've also added some nice little images. So we've kept everything pretty much the same. So what I now plan on doing is running these new 3 products at once. So instead of launching 1 product at a time, as we've only got 5 to 6 days left on the challenge, I'm going to be running 3 to 4 products consecutively at the same time. And if you look at the TikTok ads manager, the parent pouch CBO is already launched and ready to go. Now, once I've got the other 3 products ready, I will just launch them with the same CBO strategy and hopefully find a winner within the strategy. Now, Anthony made it very clear that you shouldn't expect to see a winner straight away, and it can take a few products till you find one, and I totally agree with that. And again, in terms of the course and the modules and the lessons, like how to identify a winner, how to set up your columns, they were both great lessons. The only thing I'll give feedback on is maybe give a day-by-day structure. But with that being said, guys, I'll update you hopefully tomorrow or the day after on how those new 4 products are going with the testing strategy that Anthony gave us and the Capital Club gave us. With that being said, guys, keep commenting what you think throughout the challenge, as I always love your feedback.
1 day later.
So it's day 5 of the Capital Club challenge, and I've got some updates for you. We have received 3 orders since I last updated you. So things are now starting to look a lot more positive. So if I show you guys the Shopify dashboard, you can see now we've generated $137.77, and we've had 5 products sell. So some customers have ordered 2, some have just ordered 1. So it totals 5 products sold, but we've had 3 orders. Now you can see the online store conversion rate is still quite low, 0.92. You can see the reach checkout has increased a lot. You can see it's not bad. Things are starting to look a lot more positive on the conversion rate. Now, if we go to the TikTok ads manager where it all matters, you might be wondering, what did I change for the success to start showing? So I went back to the aqua lamp again, but this time I decided to change the creatives instead. And then based on changing the creatives, you can see here, total payment, we've had 3 orders from the aqua lamp. Now, I did try the parent pouch that I showed you the other day on the update, and it flopped. It did not do anything good. The CTR dropped really badly. The CPM went really high, so it was just a complete nightmare, that product. Now, I am going to be testing another product today, but the parent pouch just wasn't there. Now, what I'm actually going to do with the aqua lamp now is starting to show success. I'm going to go back into the Capital Club modules and watch the scaling strategies to see if I can scale this early and see if I can get it a little bit more profitable than it is now, because at the moment we're still losing money, but it's got a lot of orders. We got 3 orders basically in 1 day, so that's really good. So it's starting to show some really good signs of a potential winner. Now, what I'm also going to do is I've actually only turned on the ABO campaign, so I'm going to go back to the CBO campaign, which is this one here, and start again. Remember what I said to you guys in the first day, they teach you 2 campaign methods to test, Now, I only enabled the first one when I changed the creative, so I'm going to go back to the old one and see if it makes more money. So I'm going to run them alongside each other, and then I'm going to add a scaling campaign as well after I've watched that module. Now, some other updates that I've got for you is inside of the Capital Club, they have a Discord community where you can engage with people on Discord, and it is quite an active community, to be fair. There's a lot of calls that they do in there. They do drop shipping calls, they do other types of calls, but the community is a very active community. So I thought I'd share that here. So if you have questions about drop shipping, you know, their Discord community is engaging, so you can ask your questions. The coaches won't always reply to you from what I've seen. Sometimes they're quite busy, but the guys that are part of the group will also help you out. So that's good to say that there is an active community on Discord.
One day later.
So welcome back to the challenge, guys. This brings us to the last day of the Capital Club challenge from Belmar. Now, we've had some pretty big updates since I last spoke to you on the dropshipping store, so let me run through with you. So you can see I tried scaling the lamp with a CBO campaign here, but we spent around about $92. The CPC was really high, the CPM was really high, and we got no add to carts and no conversions. So I decided to kill that CBO scaling campaign because it didn't seem to work. Also with that CBO campaign, if I go into the ad section, you can see I was using the winning ad. You can see it's called winning ad, winning ad, winning ad, because I took the winning creative, which I was told to do from the Capital Club, and put it into the scaling campaign. So that brings me on to what we were taught about scaling in the course. It was all about refining what worked and trying it out into different campaigns, and that's exactly what I did. You can see here we had a lamp ABO spam scaling campaign, so that's what they called it in the course, ABO spam. This one didn't do too bad. We got a CPC of $2, which is a lot cheaper. We also spent $250. We got 3 sales from that. The cost per acquisition was way too high, $82, but this performed way better than the CBO. Now, the truth be, the original campaign, which is this one here, was the best one. So the original testing campaign, after I made a change of the creative, was the best one. Now, the ROAS ended up at break even. It was actually profitable for a day. We were actually at like 2.8 ROAS, so it was profitable. I let it run throughout the night and then it died out. It killed the ROAS, as you can see, so that's not great. It was at 0.36, and then the other one didn't have a ROAS because no one bought from it. So pretty much it was a little bit of a fail once I started to scale it. Now, I do believe that if I refine this a little bit more, maybe with day parting and maybe with bid caps, it would do a lot better. And the course does go over day parting and bid caps. I have watched them. I just need to implement it in the store. Now, if we go back to the Shopify dashboard and look at the analytics, we've done around about $437 in revenue since the start of the challenge. The average order value was $43. People were buying 2, and the online store conversion rate wasn't that bad. It was getting a lot better at the end, 1.37. Industry standards around about 37, and we sold about 16 orders. And you can see we had 730 people visit the online store in that time. Now let's get the drum rolls rolling to see how much money we made with the challenge. As you guys can see here, the overview shows that we made a loss of $715. Our cost of goods were $49. Our marketing was over $1,000, so our net margin minus 163%. Now, I've been doing dropshipping since 2017, and you're typically going to lose $300 to $1,000 and more if you believe in the product when you're testing products. Now, this is normal to see, and do bear in mind, I actually tested another product on this challenge. Now, I believe out of Hustlers University and Educate, these are the best results we got. I would have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure it is. Now, if you were watching this and expected me to get rich and successful, that's just not the case. With dropshipping, it takes time. You're gonna have to try a few products out till you find one that actually works. And again, all of the challenges that I do on my channel are completely real. I do not find products beforehand to find that make money and then scale them on a new store, because a lot of people do that and they cheat. I'm not being paid by anyone like Capital Club or anyone else to say positive things or to make it look like it's better than it is. I'm just giving you the honest opinion. Now, this is also a reminder to enter the bootcamp that I'm launching next week. Signups have started, so you can learn from me for completely free and the mentors. So it's mentorship, honestly, for completely free. And we're doing a $25,000 giveaway. So if you want a dropshipping course to learn from that's completely free with mentorship and a massive giveaway, then make sure you sign up for the bootcamp in the link in the description below. But that is the Belmar Capital Club challenge over with, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the challenge as a whole and what was your favorite day in the challenge, and if you learned anything as well. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you on the next video, and let me know whose course I should review next.